It's coming uphill. Going down is going to be easy.
This is Michael Gerace at Clearview Sewer Cams. It is March 10th, 2021. We are performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch cast iron cleanout at the rear of the house. And we are located at 2718 Claray Drive, C-L-A-R-A-Y Drive, Los Angeles, California, 90077. And this is our cast iron cleanout that is in a concrete box. This is the back of the house. And that's the other side of the back of the house. And we're going to zero out our camera monitor. We're going to begin running through the cleanout. We're going to run down the hillside out toward Beverly Glen. Got a little debris on the camera lens. We're going to pull it back real quick and try and just clean it off. Okay, we've cleaned off our camera lens. We're going to attempt to run through again. Got a little cleaner picture right there. A little debris again on our camera lens. But
flush the toilet.
we're going to try one more time. This time when you get down here, then we try to jam it through quick. We're going to try and see if we can jam it through quick. There we go. And we're going to try and flush the toilet real quick and see if we can clear out the camera lens. Okay. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, so we're going to continue running our camera down the line out toward Beverly Glen. I know, I recognize them. I've seen them on job.
And thanks for your input on that problem I had with ARS rescue router.
Thank you. We need a little heavier duty coupling, like a Husky coupling, to keep this in line right here. You've got some weight on it probably with the turn. This is where it becomes exposed about 20 feet out where it starts to go down the hill. So it just needs a new coupling to attach it a little bit better. Now we're running down the hillside. Got a little bit of scaling, a little bit of buildup, but nothing terrible at this point. That was our inlet. We just passed our inlet from the other side of the house. You'll see it off to the right here. There's the inlet from the master bathroom side of the house. So we're going to continue down the hillside. No, it's just light scaling, minor buildup at this point. I wouldn't do anything with it. No need to hydrojet, no need to do anything at this point. Maybe in another 5 years or so, you might have to end up hydrojetting it. kind of scrub it and clean it a little
The
bit.
benefit of a sharp drop. The water
Yes,
just goes straight down.
Very much benefit of a sharp drop. And we'll continue going down. Getting a little bit more buildup on the left-hand side, but still nothing terrible.
So if we flossed more, would it work better?
They're going to continue running down. Another joint coming up and running down. Got quite a ways to go down. We're going to pause our audio for a moment. We're going to make maybe make a little turn down here, I can't tell. Yeah, we're going to pause for a moment. Yeah, we got a little bit of a root intrusion here at about the 3 o'clock area. There's roots starting to grow through the piping down here. So that means that the piping is deteriorated a little bit right there, and we got some roots growing through. That's down the hillside about 60 feet. Gonna kind of be tough to get to right now. There's a joint right there, and more than likely that may just be a band that's giving away because the roots are right at the joint. So I wouldn't doubt that that's just a bad band. Again, that's quite a ways down the hillside, and it's very wet down there right now to try and climb down there to locate it. But that can be located. We'll take a look at the rest of it and see. That may just be a band that's failing again. The bands sometimes will tend to crack. They leak water, and the roots try to get into the pipe for the water. Okay, everything else looks okay right now. We're going to continue down the hillside. Good. We have some debris. We have some debris and a little bit of a shift in that joint as well. Again, that appears to be a coupling a little bit, maybe shifted a tiny bit, and debris catching on the buildup and the scaling as well. Now we're going to make a sharper drop and another turn.
We're going towards the street now.
Yep. And dropping to go down the hillside even further. Again, we have some minor buildup, minor scaling in the pipe, but I would not hydrojet it or do anything else at this time. Hydrojetting does damage the pipe, even just the slightest bit. As you're hydrojetting, you're blowing a lot of that corrosion and scaling off, which does seal the pipe a lot of times. Unless it's a necessity, I don't recommend it. Right now we're okay. Anything that goes through this pipe will drop right through the pipe. We're at about 125 feet right now. I'm just going to continue to run down the hillside. I'm looking for some case, maybe one closer down the hill. Push. Up pull. Okay, we're turning and making another drop right here. And hold on a minute there. just a little bit. That appears to be the test tee, more than likely, down toward the bottom of the property, right before Beverly Glen. It appears that we may be transitioning to vitreous clay. We'll be able to tell in a minute. Looks like we have a little tiny bit of an offset in that joint. The offset is more toward the top of the joint. We're dropping into the offset, so it's not going to catch anything at this time. And it may have been this way for quite some time. We'll take a look and see if we're into vitreous clay. We are. So we're going to continue out the vitreous clay now, and we should be running down toward the street. We have a major obstruction. We have a major obstruction right in front of us. It appears to be a large root intrusion, and it looks like we may have a broken piece of pipe stuck in the root intrusion. We're going to pause our camera for a moment, go in just a little bit right up to it, close, and we're going to take a look. We're going to see if we can, yeah, we've got a break. That's actually a large break. So we're going to go down the hill. We're going to drive around. We're going to try and locate this area. So we're going to pause for a moment. Okay, we marked this area out. We marked this area out by the curb on Beverly Glen. This area is actually up into the brush on the house side, on the back of this house side, between the back of this house and the retaining wall. There's about a 6-foot tall retaining wall, and it's between that retaining wall and the house is where this area is. We couldn't get past this area, and now we have somebody inside running water. We've already seen the entire line all the way to this point, and we just had a couple of couplings that weren't in great shape. We're just going to pull back. This area is going to have to be excavated and probably replace a section, and we've got to be able to complete the inspection into the street so we can see if there's any other issues in the street. Pulling back up toward the house, up the hillside. Difficult pulling back up. A lot easier going downhill. We're not going to be able to see anything, or see everything anyways, without water running. But we've already inspected this entire portion of the line. Pulling back toward our mainline sewer cleanout. Now pulling up and out of the mainline sewer cleanout. That will conclude our video sewer inspection for the time being.